Hey, well, it's your boy DD758 Sakafet. To all my subscribers, I'd like to say thank you. And to all my new subscribers, I'd like to say thank you. Don't forget to leave a comment and don't forget to hit the like button. Huh. Life after lockup. I'm not lying. I'm not joking. I'm not boasting. This episode, this finale, it was really, really good. I really enjoyed it. And this show, for me, it did it for my weekend. With all what transpired, all what went down, everybody, all those people, shit, it was a good show. But let's start off with Cynthia, Brittany, and Marcelino. That's my favorite couple. I'm happy what Brittany did for her mom, and then hopefully her mom will get the help she needs because her mom decided to stay, and her mom decided that she's going to take the necessary steps to get better, and that's the best thing she could have done because she really needs that help. She needs that professional help. Brittany is doing so much, and Brittany is doing all what Brittany can do, and that's it. It's her to take the next step so she can cure from this and she can be in her grandkids' life. She can be a part of her family's life, and that's what they were hoping for. That's what they're aiming for. But that's my favorite couple is Brittany Marcelino and Cynthia. I know what it feels like to be so attached to your mom that you want to see your mom get better. I really know what it feels like to be a child concerned about your parents. So then I'm really happy that whole thing ended with her, and then the mom took the necessary step to get better. I'm happy that also Marcelino is doing his best as a husband because that's what a husband should do. And hopefully one day when I tie the knot, that's the type of a husband I really want to be, a really supportive husband to my wife. But they were it for me. They were my favorite couple. Then we got Sean. Sean, I don't know. Sean got played. Sean got played. He got played. He got played. Destiny got married, and Destiny move on. And he, I don't know. Sean acts like he's Captain Saver inmate. Because why would you? Okay, you had that experience with Destiny. You saw what you went through with Destiny. Destiny used you. She abused you. But then you actually went back and looked for an inmate. And with that silly smile he has on his face, I don't know what he's thinking about when he has that smile on his face. But come on, Sean, stay out of the prison system. You need to stay out. Focus on your family, focus on your daughter, focus on spending time with your daughter because that's what you really need to be focusing on, Sean. Stop playing around with those inmates. The inmates will not benefit you, they will not do anything for you. And as you can see, they were just taking money from you, and then your family suffers. So let's just see. I like I said, it's just a build up for the next season, and then yeah, we'll see Super Stupid Son. Super Stupid Son Sean is back. It's like a tongue twister because he's so dumb. He'll be back with another inmate. Like nobody cares. Um, then we got the African queen from Ghana and her mom and friends. She's going back to her roots. That whole scene was it was a little bit a little bit too much. I didn't like the fact that they were arguing in front of the kids, but Utah Cali. I am not American, yes, but I mean I have people I know from those places that I talk to Americans I know, and then you cannot at certain parts. I mean, everywhere have the level of like places like the level of the crime is too much, and the level like where you cannot go outside, or if you go outside you have to be careful. And her friend is worried about if she get hit by a packed vehicle. I don't want to say a moving vehicle because I mean the safety there it's so ridiculous. Like she's afraid of getting hit by a car when she go to her mail, go get her mail. Come on, like who does that? I mean, Andrea is a little dramatic. She does a little too much, yes, but then she got a point because where they stay in Utah and where Andrea stays, I think that's a big difference in the environment. Like she said, she's trying to help the kids. Like there's stuff she's doing. I don't know if she's being real what she's saying, but she's basically saying that she's doing a lot, and her friend from Utah is just doing a little too much. And I do not want to have friends like that, to be honest. Like when they come to my house or when they come to my party, like all they do is mind my business. To me, that's not friends. That's acquaintances. That's how I call them. But it is what it is. But at the ending, they all squash that whole argument. They hugged. They're going to go on the mission to Ghana. Why not? Go back to your roots. See what your roots are like. Take Teddyson, take Priscilla, take your daughter, your other daughter, take everybody to see what the roots are. And I think that's a good thing she's doing, is taking the kids back to their roots. Then we have Sarah and Michael. Michael is asking Sarah to get married again, but then he said he's renewing his vows. Because we all know Sarah was just the side chick. And that girl Michael had, that girl, oh my god, she looked like those kissing, all that kissing that was going on. Like I say, Michael, you must be kissing the whole neighborhood. I don't know, I'm just saying. You must be kissing the whole neighborhood because she don't look like nothing easy. She looks like she looks like she gets around. I don't know. I don't want to judge her too much, but then Michael, that's the type of women you attract. You attract women that are easily, I guess, easily manipulated. I would say because they're so easily manipulated by him, by whatever he says, whatever he does. And Sarah, yes, Sarah, I'm happy you wanting to keep Michael in your life for your kids, but sometimes, Sarah, you need to let go because holding on to a rope in your hand and your hand starts to burn, all you have to do is just let it go. But then she wants to keep Michael around. For the life of me, I don't know why. I know Michael will mess up again because Michael is not serious about Sarah. And she tried to put Malcolm in the mix. I was happy the response Malcolm gave her. I wouldn't want to be a part of that mess. Because you have your child father, you have him staying at your house, and then you want to mess around with me. She should have told him that from the get-go, not allow him to catch feelings, and when he catch feelings, that's when you want to cut him off. That makes no sense, Sarah. But he proposed to Sarah. I was starting to wonder if they were not married, but he proposed to Sarah, and he's like, "Yeah, renewal of vows. Okay, Michael. We all know that will not work, but good luck, Sarah. Good luck, Michael. I ain't hating. Do what you do. Do what you do, like Uncle Perry say. Do what you do." Then we got Puppy, Amber, and Sammy. But Puppy, I did a show live. I did a live. I think it was about 4 weeks ago, something like that. I discussed Puppy on my show, Puppy and Amber, and a lot of people's views on Puppy and Amber was that they're using each other. And I honestly felt like I kept on saying that I felt that Puppy really, really wants to be with Amber. But Amber is just not interested. But people felt that they were together just because they were using one another. And then we can see the result that she started drinking, she started losing weight. She was in the scene in the pool where she looked like she was drowning. She did CPR, which that looked so staged. But I still think and believe that Puppy has genuine feelings for Amber, and that's what's really affecting her in part of her progress. I'm not saying it's part of the whole thing that's going on, if I like the whole problem or the whole issue, but it's affecting her. We can see it. And she's been drinking, she's been losing weight. It's like she's just in a downward spiral. And Amber, I respect Amber because Amber basically wants to live a clean life. She wants to live a straight life. She don't want to go back. She wants to move on with her life, and which is a good thing. But then Poppy knows where she stands with Amber, and Amber, I'm glad Amber told her that she's out because that's the best thing Amber did when she got out and tell Poppy she's out and move on with her life. Poppy needs to just focus on herself. If you take a vacation, take a trip, do what you have to do to make yourself feel better, Poppy. And just be you. Let Amber go. Let Amber go and experience what she's going to experience with Sammy, which I think will not last. That's just my opinion. Because there's a reason why they didn't stay together the first time. But then Amber is maybe in love with Sammy. Sammy sounds like he's in love when he said, "Yeah, he missed that pom pom." What does Sammy know about that? That's some Caribbean slang right there. I don't know what he know about that pom pom. But he said he missed that pom pom. So maybe Amber got something going on we don't know about. And I'm not interested. Sammy is very interested. And Sammy got a fetish for Amber's feet. Who got fetish for feet? I don't know. I ain't got no fetish for no one's feet. But I guess they have the love connection. Then we got we can talk about a little bit about those that didn't make it because people like Scott and Lindsay. And Destiny, as far as I know, she's locked up. Lindsay's locked up. Sometimes, I'm just saying, sometimes it's better some people be locked up than they be out there in the streets scamming people, because the two of them, mm, 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 mm. But let's just see what my girl Kia have to say about that situation. I also have to talk about, hold on, Kia, I forgot to speak about the main event, Chevelle and Quillin. Kia, was I the only one that saw Quillin had his Flash t-shirt on? You saw the sign?
I'm sorry?
Quillin, the t-shirt he had on?
See, I didn't even pay attention to the t-shirt because there was too much
No,
going on.
I'm just saying, was I the only one that saw he had a Flash t-shirt on? Because what does Flash do? Flash runs really fast.
Oh. See, I wasn't even paying attention to the wardrobe.
Yeah, so I was like, was I the only one that saw you had that Flash t-shirt on? I was like, yeah, Quillen knew what was about to go down. So Quillen make sure he put on that Flash t-shirt because he was about to get out of there. But that whole situation with Quillen and Chevelle, to me, that looked really staged, because I don't know, and like I say, I think I was paying more attention as well, because throughout the scene there was just this blue light. You could have seen the blue light in the distance. So, like everyone have been saying, it looked like production had the cops on standby for what was about to happen. And that whole situation, Chevelle, you knew what you were getting into. You knew what was about to happen when you started complaining about, oh, well, you did this for him, you did that for him, you held him down. Chevelle, you knew that. It's not like you didn't know what you were getting into. And I really don't like when people end up in arguments, they start to mention all the stuff they actually did for you, because it comes off as if they're regretting it, or they didn't really mean it. That's just my opinion. They didn't really mean what they did for you. But Chevelle knew what she was getting into. So stop acting like, okay, well, when you had that conversation with Quillen, before you got to that point, before you asked him for the ring, before you wanted to get married, stop acting like you didn't know what you were getting into, and then you didn't know the risk and what you would have lose by if you all didn't stay together. So that's just my opinion about the two of them. I wish them good luck. Maila is involved. That's the sad part. The parents look like they don't like the situation, but rumor has it that they're still together. But yes, they are. They are actually back together. But what do you have to say about Chevelle and Quillin?
For the woman that's dating the inmate, it's easy for her, again, because I have experience. I'm an SME, subject matter expert. So when they're in jail, you know where they're at. So unless he's like cuddled up with his bunkie, you know where he's at. So there's really not a competition because you control every aspect of his life. So, if you put $2 on his book, he can call you. So you're controlling everything. So when he got out, that's when the problem became, because she no longer can control him. He was already talking to other girls behind bars, but she felt like she had the upper hand. So when he got home, she wanted him to be her little puppy. And it's sad, but he wasn't going to be the little puppy for long, even after she bought him the car, bought him everything. Oh, she said, I bought everything that you have on.
Yeah.
So I was like, wow, you put it out there. But then you went broke doing it. So sis, you lost. So you really didn't do anything. But that Quillin and Chevelle thing, somebody that said she was looking like Rick James. I can't even focus.
Yeah, I've seen the comments. I'm trying not to pay attention to the comments. So
I was upset with her for following him because I was like, "Girl, let him go. He trying to go away." The production called the police. I think production did, because production was trying to push her to press charges, and she was like, no. Okay, Rick James, stop it.
But look, why would the cops be sitting there waiting for somebody to break a phone and be like, oh, ma'am, are you okay? We saw someone broke your phone.
So that was reality. So that was a wake-up call for Quillin also, because when you are, especially a black man, let's just be real, anything you do is suspect.
Yeah.
Like, when I was with my husband and I had when Magnums were out, I could drive the Magnum all day long, but as soon as he get in it, we getting pulled over like just all day. So I'm like, just let me drive. Okay, you're gonna be driving Mr. Daisy. But at the end of the day, they were waiting for him to do something. They wanted him to react so they could have a reason. Because again, production was like, no, he was like, I broke a phone. She don't want to press charges, and they still were trying to press it. So that's just like another thing that he has to be mindful for, that you got to go to straight and narrow, and still there's no guarantee that you won't have any issues with the police.
Yeah, but like I said, that T-shirt he had on, Quillin knew something was about to go down, because no one just out of the blue just wear a flash T-shirt. Like I got a
flash T-shirt for the next time. Like, hey.
Yeah, he knew what was about to go down. He was ready to run out of there. And Chevelle, oh my God, taste the rainbow. That outfit, Chevelle. Chevelle looked like a bag of Skittles wearing that thing.
No, I was just trying to focus on what was going on.
Yeah, I was trying my best to focus too, but that outfit, my God, oh my, Chevelle, somebody needs to.
So leave her style alone. She's unique.
Yeah, but somebody needs to talk to Chevelle, or tell Chevelle like how to dress, because I don't know who tells Chevelle how to dress. But like I said, Chevelle look like there are different brands of Skittles. You can taste the.
Yeah, you want to holler at your girl Kia Simone. I'll get you together.
Yeah, I think that's right. Kia got some tips for Chevelle, because I don't know. She. Anyways, let me know.
That she's gonna, even if he do get back with her, because I always tell people assets and liabilities. Either you're an asset or you're a liability. Right now, Chevelle is an asset to Quillin. So whether he's gonna stay the long run, it's beneficial for him to stay with her, because she has a little bit something going on for her that he can cling on to. Now, once he get himself together, will he stay? We don't know. But right now, Chevelle is an asset. So you said they're still together. I can see why.
Yeah, because they say, like I said, rumor has it that they're still together. Yesterday I did Gio show, and then Gio had a caller, and then the caller said they're still together. So I guess they work things out, but then 2 wrongs don't make a right. She's like, Karma is a B. Like when she kept on going on talking about Karma, Chevelle, 2 wrongs don't make a right. It's either you'll decide to stay together, or you'll go separate ways. And but also there is,
because I still stand by, she shouldn't have been texting the other guy. Although he always cheated with the other girl, when you go back into a relationship, you have to let everything go. So if she's still holding on to something that just in case, she wasn't right. So 2 wrongs gonna make right, what you just said. So she should have let that conversation go and say, hey, to the guy, hey, me and my boo are back together. We're gonna get married. So hey, y'all leave that jumpsuit.
Yeah, no, but you see, the thing is, she wears that jumpsuit, and she doesn't want people to talk. I can't understand Chevelle. Like, she feels bad when people talk about the way she dresses and stuff like that. But Chevelle, you're on national television. Everybody, the whole world can see what you're wearing, what you're doing. I don't like to talk about women like that, but then that jumpsuit had me. I thought I was watching a carnival or something, because in a carnival people dress up like that. But anyway, like I said, I don't want to go too deep into that. What do you think about Lacey, John? John he actually have a new date. He went on a date with a new woman, and then there's Lacey. They're having a baby girl. For me, they bore me. They're not really much of a couple I am interested in. Their storyline bores me. It's really, really boring to me. But then they're having a baby girl, and then Shane and Lacey having a baby girl, but John is also, he went on a new date, and I guess we'll see him in the next Love After Lockup.
Lacey, she plays games. So you would think that she wouldn't be playing games, because she have all these people have children, so you're involving your children in this mess. So Lacey was playing games with John and Shane. So she just happened to decide to have a baby with Shane. But did you notice the mailbox was on the house? I thought it was on the street.
Yeah.
It did. John walked up on the porch and put the letter in the mailbox.
In the mailbox, yeah.
You get shot. You get killed for walking on people's porches. But yeah, John, I wouldn't be surprised if they bump, he said it's over and he had to send his last Dear John letter. I wouldn't be surprised if after that baby gets a little bit older, Lacey is back playing games.
You think so?
Lacey, even her dad knows she has some things going on in her head. Lacey plays games.
Yeah,
She
John.
knows.
I think. I think maybe he might move on. Hopefully, he might move on. But people have been saying they've been through so much. They have a connection. But
But
I
see,
don't
it's
know.
some things, like I said, you have to be aware of your mentality or what's going on in your head. So I think Lacey knows that she can always have John. So she plays games with, even though she knows she don't want him. Some people just try and I think it's just a ego trip for her just to know. So she'll ruin that guy's life, blow up his life just because she can.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm tired of her too, Sly Cat.
Yeah, I'm tired of Lacey too. Like I said, for me, the two of that storyline just it was really boring to me. The whole Love After Lockup season, this season, they were the most boring couple to me. Except for when his dad was like, she called the cops on you. Look like he was about to get a stroke. She called the cops on you. Are you stupid?
Yeah, only because she was pregnant while she was kind of mellow this whatever time go around. But Lacey,
Yeah.
yeah, she's a mess. But this time I think the pregnancy kind of calmed her down. So hopefully
But
she'll.
anyway, congratulations to Lacey and Shane for having a baby girl. That's about it about them. Let's
Yeah.
go to Andrea. The queen is here. Can you kiss my finger? Bow and kiss my finger. I was like, Andrea, like she's doing too much. Like, okay, Andrea, we already know you're having your party. You have your grandkids there. Well, Lamar's kids are there. Priscilla, your daughter, Teddyson. I like Teddyson. Teddyson got a lot of sense. Because when she was arguing with her mom and friend, he just stood there eating the cupcake and laughing, which was very funny to me as well because he ain't got time for that. You just know, like, it's just his mom and the
Crazy.
usual suspects, I would say. Her
He knows.
mom and friends.
He knows his
Say
mama's.
again?
He knows his mama's crazy. Tim always says like he's the reason to her. He's like, oh, mom, you know how she is. She's always overreacting. He knows he's the only adult probably in the household because he's the one that always makes sense. Over
Yeah.
even her, he's just the one that's just kind of cool and whatever. But Andrea, I'm still concerned about them undergarments. I'm like, why are y'all so focused on undergarments? It has nothing to do with being woman. Any woman, you should have on undergarments. Period. Like.
Well, I think the way they explain it is, hey, I got my girl backstage.
Yes,
What's up,
yes.
Miss Nabia?
You're right.
Yeah, I'm alright. I'm right. What's up?
I'm good, I thought, you know what? Last night, I feel like there's so much I wanted to say. I wasn't done. And Gio wrapped us up, right? I was like,
Yeah.
I'm going on Dee Dee's. I'm determined to join this last recap just so we can go in on people. I mean, I'm going to rewind and talk about these women for you, like how you said you don't want to do it, right?
Yeah, because you know I
Listen.
don't want to talk about them. Kia, that's Miss Nabia. She's been
No.
a
Hi, Kia. Hiya.
yeah.
Chevelle, that was ridiculous. The way this woman was like, like you can't even see my body, but the way she was behind him, like she's a male. When she was running after him, it was like, why are you coming up to this man like you're a guy, like a dude? This woman
Yeah.
her whole body was tense, like I did everything for you. It was like, what are you doing? Even her fists were clenching. I don't know if you realized when she was chasing him down the road. And then they're pushing him, and you look a mess, Chevelle, right now with that jumpsuit. People keep talking about it. We cannot. Listen, that jumpsuit, you said Skittles. You're being nice, right? Skittles, he says. This woman looked like she was going to the circus. Like, this went beyond looking like a clown, Chevelle. And this was the finale. Like, is this really how you're walking around? I've always wondered after the first and second episode. I'm sure you watched it back. I'm sure you got friends. Right, Kia? How come they haven't pulled this girl up and told her, don't dress like that? Don't put this on. Make sure you're always on point. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing wrong with her body. Yeah, her body is what it is. But wear things that hide that, wear things that flatter you, like the wedding dress, the one that cinched her right under her breasts. That one was the best fit for her because it hides everything else. You know what I mean? It keeps everything else kind of a mystery. We don't need to know that the front is like a whole nother person. What the hell? that to me, it's just, I cannot with Chevelle. Who else are we going in on? Because I'm ready tonight, Didi. I'm sorry. But...
You were on Andrea. And
Andrea actually looked nice this time. I actually liked the African thing that she was doing. What, you disagree? Go on. You go in on
the same thing. No, she said no when she said the queen is here. Like Andrea just said, "Oh, kiss my hand, you peasants."
Yeah. But we know Andrea is full of herself. We know she's kind of like big-headed anyway. She always thinks she's the catch for Lamar. You know what I mean? So I think with her, we know she's feeling herself. But that's part of her confidence as a bigger woman. Like, I like that. The fact that she comes out and wears certain dresses, and Lamar is always like, yo, you look good. And, with her, it's different. I think with Chevelle, I don't know why it is Chevelle, but it's maybe the way she carries herself. And then on top of everything else, the way she's been moving, the way she's been handling this situation. You're talking to men, he's talking to women. Now you're upset, he's upset. It was all just a mess. It all really, the real feelings all came out when he was in the car, the way he told her you're a nobody and you're this and that. I thought that was low. Like, how are you talking to her like that? But at the end of the day, you're still wanting to see her daughter that you proclaim, she calls me daddy now and I still want to be around. I thought that was wrong.
Because for me, at the starting of the season, when the season just started, when they met up and stuff like that, to me, it was just, Chevelle was just in lust. All how Chevelle looked at Quillin, she looked at Quillin like a snack. That's all I was seeing. And she never looked at him as, okay, well, honey, let's go and probably have a dinner. Like, she just want to get it on, get it in. And that's why she was a little upset that the time when he came back, they didn't do anything. Because it just looks like that's what she's in lust. She's not, for me, it feels like she's in lust. She's 100%. Not necessarily in love.
Yeah. Let's just move on from Chevelle. But Andrea, Andrea and her friends and that undergarment business. Why do you need to know what the hell I'm wearing? Like, mind your own business. And then they carry on in a way of, they are so in a bubble. And I'm glad Andrea said she understands now that she was in that bubble, lived in that Utah kind of, you know what I mean, environment where she never understood anybody outside of that bubble. But now her friends are coming over. They now look like the ignorant one because you are talking about her house or even what she's doing and what she's wearing before you've even ventured into finding out how this woman is holding up in LA. You know what I mean? That's supposed to be your friend. You just moved from Utah. Go on.
I just didn't like them because I didn't like their behavior because they were very judgmental. Yeah. And so she knew this before they even came to town. So this is like what type of friendship they have. And like, those are not your friends. If you just want people to hang out, just say these are people that I associate with. Yeah. Because when I was ready to jump into the TV when the lady wouldn't just admit she was wrong. Man, you are not scared to go to the mailbox. We're not the same. So for you to say we're scared and you still wouldn't apologize, like you still like, oh, I don't understand. I am scared. I'm out of weight. And something's gonna pass out on the way. Those are two different things with somebody robbing you or shooting you on your way. So it's two different situations. And how likely somebody's gonna hit you going your way to the mailbox?
Exactly.
The mailbox for a mile, she said, where clearly nobody probably lives for that mile, you know.
Like I said, she's afraid of getting hit by a parked car.
Yeah.
I was disappointed that they were her friends. So even the black one from Utah, it was like, you guys are not friends. You guys are very, very judgmental. So don't come here to celebrate with me. So they wouldn't get any more invites because even though they cried and she let her hug her, I was over it. Like, listen, go back to Utah. I'm gonna stay here with my husband and my family, and let's just be. Because
me personally, I don't even agree with her with the Mormonism and all of that. I mean, being black, if you look back into the history of it, it's not even for her. So it's not for us. Let's be real. You can take it on, and maybe you have the interest, or you've been brought around should I say, a village or a town where this is prominent, and then you as a black family get into it, you know, because that's usually how it happens, right? So, but with this, I've realized that Andrea is trying so hard to portray herself as a good Mormon and a good, maybe human being, the way they would see, the way they kind of measure it. that she kind of loses who she is. But I think now in LA, she kind of found who she is, right? More as a black woman, knowing how her black people are suffering really in these inner cities that she didn't have a clue about when she was in Utah, because she was trying to keep her kids out of all of this, right? But now her kids are living in it. So I think it forces Andrea to kind of have more of an understanding of what this actually entails, living in a city like this. And her friends are just kind of killing her vibe in a way, because she's doing okay right now, and she was just trying to have a party.
Yeah,
but I just didn't like the fact that they were arguing in front of the kids. That's not no. That people need to be careful what they do in front of the kids. And then, I mean, I think for event like that, an occasion like that, you should have just avoid that argument. Probably have it after or something like that. I really don't know. What's up, Diali?
Hi, everyone.
Hi, how you doing?
Andrea was just like the crazy Mormon friend. She was exactly the same, but I think the real Andrea was alive, you know, and the spirit must have licked her so hard that she had to check the friend and put her back in her place. When she said she has problems going to her mailbox, I mean, that was so condescending. It was laughable. I was so grateful for that.
GSP said I just heard she got run over last night by FedEx. Oops. Yeah, because she's afraid to go to a mailbox. I guess she got hit by a FedEx truck or something. Well, I don't know, like there is a big difference between a place like the crime rate is high and a place where the crime rate is mild. So
Andrea used to speak the same. She used to, if you go back to the older ones, she used to say exactly how they were speaking and trashing what she used to speak exactly like that. It was almost like she never grew up as a black woman and she never grew up in struggle.
Yeah. But let's talk about Sarah and Michael though. How you propose to your wife on your, well, I guess like you say, renewal of vows, but
I mean, that was just, I feel like, okay, in a way it was, I hate to say it, it was beautiful, but at the same time, look, the idea of the family unit. No, hold on, let me speak. The idea of the family unit is always good for the kids, right? But it was a little bit BS the way that he allowed the kids to be so involved in this fake bloody proposal, and then to not go. We know, look, he was failing already the way they edited it. Look, within 2 minutes, 30 seconds, the man was on the phone with another woman, right? Or even meeting up with that black girl in the shorts. I was like, girl, why are you girls out here still looking at a man like Michael? It's disgusting. The one thing that got me, I really would like to be up inside you. Like, really? Up inside me? Is this how women feel attractive? Like ew. I was like if a man ever said that to me, and then his little girls, would he be happy for a man to tell his little girl that? I don't care how young she is, she'll grow up one day, right? Would you be happy if a man said, yeah, I would like to be inside you, but I can't? What? It was disgusting to me, the way he just said it with a smile on his face and then carried on kissing her and then goes back to Sarah, and it's like, woo, woo, woo. Yeah, lovely. You want your kids and whatever, and you miss the feeling. I'm glad he said that, because again, it's self-serving. It doesn't serve the children. It doesn't serve Sarah. It's him liking the feeling that he gets when he's with them, not necessarily being content with raising children and being with her, right? So
I don't know.
I think Michael was wrong for doing that in front of the kids, because that little girl, the older one, she's always in love with the idea of mommy and daddy. And I think him constantly doing wrong and doing that little scene in front of them doesn't show them the right way of how a man should go about things. So I think it's very confusing for the little girls.
But don't you think he's using the daughters to manipulate her? Because that's what it is.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Remember, I'm a woman. I would love to be with my ex-husband. You know what I mean? If things had worked out. But sometimes things don't work out, right? But I think a lot of women would have had that family unit over somebody else coming in. Do you understand what I'm saying? If the situation is good for you and your kids. So I think that's where she struggles. Sarah can jump ship. I don't really care because Sarah is hot and cold. She don't know what she wants. Going up to Malcolm talking about, I'm doing me. Yeah, you're doing you because Michael's doing you. Like, hello.
Sorry, Miss Nabia.
Guess what?
Mr. Nabia, hold on, hey guys, hold on for 1 second. If you don't see me laughing, it's not because of you. It's because of
No, I
someone's
know the
comments.
comments.
Yeah, but sorry, go ahead, Kia. Sorry about
Let me go here. I was just thinking the same thing while you over here talking. When Malcolm bowed out, that's why Malcolm bowed out. He was like, I'm about to get an STD from Michael. We're running wild. Did you sleep with him? Okay.
Yeah.
That's why he wanted to know, like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm not about to make y'all a little mix because she was like, well, why you not cool? You think that just because, first of all, she's brainwashed because first you wanted to be kind of with Malcolm. Then here he come back. Michael sold you this story like, yeah, we could just be in an open relationship. So then she tried to bring Malcolm in so she could have her side piece. But Malcolm was like, nah, sis, because like I said, Michael looks like a billboard that says STDs.
Yeah, Malcolm's a paid actor. Malcolm's a paid actor, and Malcolm thought, you know something, this contract is getting a bit too messy. He didn't want to deal with Sarah anymore. He didn't want to see Michael and his dry braids. He didn't want, the thousands and thousands of women that Michael is sleeping with, and all the foolishness, because Malcolm was really good to the kids when he was there. He was really respectful. And girls like Sarah doesn't want a decent man. She doesn't want a decent man because Michael had Mustache Maria trying to fight him at the hotel.
I do. So Dee, I think in the beginning, before she married him in prison, that she had hopes and dreams that it was going to be something beautiful. But then when the other girl, whatever her name was from the original one, and I think all these other women came in, she was trying to play the game that Michael's playing, but she's never going to win. So I think originally she did have that goal, but now she sees it's not going to happen.
Hey, Ablavi.
Hello. Hey. Chevelle's fashions looking like all the Teletubbies mixed into one and tie-dyed. I mean, her fashions is just too much. What flea market should we be picking those out of?
Well, you guys are stuck on Chevelle.
She out here disrespecting the ancestors every chance she get. It's like every episode she says, let me find something even tackier.
Right? Where does she shop? Actually, I would love to know. Where can I get that jumpsuit?
I know where you can get it. I need
people in the chat to try and do some research and find out where she shops. Where does she shop?
Yeah, it's WWE. She gets it from WWE. Hulk Hogan have it. Hulk Hogan had it. Do you remember?
She shops at WWE. All right. Well, there you go, Miss Nabia. WWE. Well, I love you. What do you have to say about Sarah and Michael?
Sarah for the penitentiary. I'm waiting for her to have 4 more kids. And after the 6th child, I think she's going to realize that she didn't have a match. Because she's going to get pregnant again.
You think so?
Absolutely. He wants a boy now.
Let's see. Maybe so. Okay, if she have one more challenge, she has to be the godmother. Would you do it?
No, I'm sorry. I can't have that in my family line. No.
Just checking. I'll see. All right, let's talk about.
But actually, can we talk about Sarah and her eyebrows for a minute? Why are her eyebrows just like Nike check marks? They just black. It's like almost a unibrow. And it's just a black, long unibrow. It's like Helga from Hey Arnold.
No, but did anybody else notice how her face here was all red and swollen, kind of like she's been rubbing her eyes all day when she was sitting with Michael? I noticed that she was all blotchy, like all around her face. I don't know what she does but the way she sat there and tried to make this man her booty call, and he declined, and she's like, you out completely, and I'm like, he don't want you. He doesn't want Michael's sloppy seconds.
Didn't she sound like Michael when she was talking to Malcolm? You like, you've been hanging around too long. She was sounding like, you don't want this.
it's sad how she's lowered herself as a woman to now, because she wants Michael so much, he's really made her believe and feel like it's okay to, you go do what you're doing there, I'll go do this. But together, when we've got the girls, it's happy families. And it's sad that this is what you think you and your children are worth, because those little girls are worth more than what you're giving them right now. Trust me. A life of you on your own, having a lovely structure for your kids, is worth so much more than allowing Michael to be in and out and doing what he's doing and messing you up in the, you know, in the meantime. It's not no good for nobody.
I'm glad
Go ahead.
because I know a Sarah, and it's real messy. Because, you know, our plan, and then like years later, we're like, oh, that's not the daddy. So all the kids were by Michael. Then you find out it was another one that came in there, but she said, oh, that was Michael, you know, whatever. And you just like, it just gets messy because I can see, but there's real Sarahs out there, and I know the Sarah. So I'm just glad they're showing it so we can look at it and be like, I don't want to be a Sarah.
No, never.
What you gotta say about Destiny now? Ooh, Destiny is a player.
Oh,
Destiny.
Destiny 40, Destiny.
Destiny.
Her new one.
The new boyfriend.
The new one is like Oompa Loompa. He was so short. He looked like 5'2". He needed a kitten heel on him.
The new one, I think, really thinks she's the.
Hold on.
Yeah, but he's too small. He's like a travel size Snickers. You know, short and stout.
Okay, go ahead, Kia, and then Miss Nabia, you go after Kia.
I just was like surprised she got married. I was just like, okay, like how did that happen? Like, when did you meet him? A month ago? You started really
yeah.
She's more in jail, but then she really picked back up a month ago when she separated from Sean. But he must not have any money because she's still calling Sean. So I'm like, well, your new boo, if you're going to get a new boo, make sure you got some money.
Yeah. No, I think that boy was as broken as she was. I mean, for him to even look at this woman twice, I mean, people can look okay, you know, but you see up here is where the problems are. That boy looked okay. In a picture, probably women would find him very attractive. But as soon as he started talking and he's then put together with her, you start looking at him like, hold on, something's not right here for you to even look at this woman, marry her. And then the mother, you know, it's the mothers I can't take in these shows as well. The mothers, she wasn't happy when she was with Sean, but she watched her daughter bleed him dry and take his money and do all that, right? But then now, oh, you got married. I'm happy for her because the man is her age. So your daughter is a bloody mess. Getting married should be the last thing on her mind right now. You're going to jail for 16 months. Why are you getting married to people that really don't have no need for you? You know what I mean? There's no need for her to constantly get herself entangled with people that without her probably would have been better off anyway, because she is just poison, isn't she?
Now you need to stop. You know the mother was like, "Oh, she about to go back to jail. I'm gonna get a ride next."
Oh gosh, no, I cannot. No, the mom is just a mess herself. You can see she. I mean, that's how Destiny's gonna look in the next 10-15 years, basically.
Her mom, you see her mom and her sisters, they are enablers because it's like they encourage her to do what she's doing. That's how I see it. And they're not trying to tell her to do any better or try and get any better or stop doing what you're doing.
When the man came to collect his car, if I'm the sister, let the man take his things. You're not with him no more. Let the man collect his things. Then she's got the nerve to tell him, get the F out of here. The sister is just as messed up. They're happy to take other people's money as long as it runs for them like water. But as soon as the person turns around and cuts them off, they just turn against you. Look at Destiny. It's just a mess.
That wasn't the real reason. They know, the sister knows Destiny is a leech. I mean, Destiny doesn't even want to wash her hands. Yeah. Let alone wash anything else. And then she's making a sandwich, spreading all the bacteria. Yeah. And then she's having the gall to be thumping this man in his head because she knows she's going to get away with it. Now, the guy that she married used to be, you know, a big kingpin, but he's ratted out all the crew. So he's he's sort of low key now. So she thinks there's money and there's other goods to be had. So when she went back to jail and she discovered, you know, the man that she was putting in her pocket, you know, the tiny man she married, he hasn't got anything. So she started hitting up, you know, Dopey. But Dopey,
one of the doors.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but he came to his senses though, because he's like, when she called, he told her no.
Well,
I mean,
don't lie. You know that
that's
true. Entitled. Because my thing is, she kept saying that Sean owes her. Like, okay, your time is not that expensive, you know. So when she keeps saying like he owes me, and you know, she thinks he owes her
everything he done and stuff. Yeah.
He do. Lie to you.
Yeah, exactly. You're the one who took his money. Yeah. Yeah. And then, you know, you could see how devastated his daughter was, right? The way they know he just dropped them like hot rocks, went and gave this woman everything, money, everything, time. And then you're coming back now, begging to just be back in the family unit as if you didn't drop them like hot rocks. He is something. I mean, Sean himself is a mess. I don't really care what happens moving forward. Did you guys not see the fact that he's on the phone with another woman who's in jail?
Yeah.
You know, what is he playing at for him? That 50 grand should have been gone. Sean should lose everything just so he can not have no more money available to give to these women.
But Mr. Beer, to be honest, you think if Sean lose everything, Sean will still not go back after Emmett? He will.
He can do what he can. But did you see how when he said, the girl was like, what do you want to do when you come out? She said, I want to have sex.
Yeah.
I was like, you sound like a little kid that's never had any. Like, get a grip. You're a grown-ass man.
Listen, Sean is one of the people I don't even want to talk about. Like I said, when he made that little girl cry, I was done with him. And then you have a chance to redeem yourself. Now you've got a whole nother jail boo. You need to go focus on your relationship with your daughter, not the ex-girlfriend that you had all these kids about, but your daughter that was upset. So you don't, let's put it this way. Relationships are hard. It's work. So how do you even plan to have a relationship with this new person? You haven't even fixed what you had with your daughter. So Sean has no kicking over here. We shouldn't even be talking about Sean. I'm done with Sean.
No, we need to talk about it. We need to have Crest White Strip sponsor them too, because I got tired of seeing they jacked up teeth. Everything in their teeth was black. I was like, what is this, plague? We need the strip. We need the toothpaste, the mouthwash. Their mouths look disgusting.
No, that's like if you got $50, go to the dentist and have them do, you know, whatever you need.
Yeah, fix your mouth.
No, Sean is a mess.
Well, I'll need something else.
Sean does need the 50,000 for the bottom jaw teeth, because the bottom jaw he didn't have enough for the whole teeth.
No, he didn't. He only did the top. She said.
Let me ask you ladies a questions. We have any Sean takers on the panel? Anybody?
No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you.
But look, Sean. Let me hold on. Let me give you all the scenario. Sean gives you a car, right? Sean gives you money. Sean makes sure your pocket is always good. So how do you not want a man like that?
Don't get me wrong.
Hold on. Let's start with Ablawi, because I won't tell what she has to say.
You know what the problem with Sean is? We keep talking about Chevelle, but Sean is built bad too. He's built skinny and fat at the same time. He looked about 4 months pregnant as well. When I was looking at him, he's built awful as well.
Ablawi, he got money to spend and take care of you. So wouldn't you want that?
Not with a Toyota. No, honey. I do not go in the Toyota Accord with a $200 a month car. No.
Okay, Diari, let me hear what you have to say, and then we go to Mr. B and then Kia.
You know something? I would bag his head for a Bugatti.
He ain't got that Bugatti money.
But I still wouldn't touch him, because there's not enough antiseptic in the world would make me touch that man.
Okay, Mr. B, what you have to say?
Sean, if I listen, the only time I would take his money if I was Destiny and in jail. Like if I was in jail, I'm using him as a trick. You're damn right.
We got one person thinking about
100%. But as soon as I come out, I'm going like pick me up, baby, and I'll play you. and pick me up and give me some money. But I'm doing a bloody, what's her name? Chandra. I'm doing a Chandra. I'm out of there. I'm taking the bus and I'm
GPS says she rather walk into traffic.
I'm pulling a Chandra, I am.
All right, Kia, what you gotta say so I can wrap it up? What would you did show?
No. So like I said, the first thing when he first he had money and you didn't get your teeth fixed. So that's a big thing for me. I don't want you to try to kiss me. I don't want you to try to drink nothing after me. Yeah, good. Because it looks like his hygiene is not all that. Because your mouth.
Well, Captain Saver inmate is back. We'll see him next season because we'll see him with his new inmate. Thank you everyone for coming. Mr. Bia, thank you. Ablavi, thank you. Diali, Kia. Ablavi, shout out
We didn't even talk about John yet.
What, John? John, Christiana. Yeah. Go ahead, Mr. Bia.
And Amber, come on.
No, honestly, yeah. We gotta talk about John. We gotta look. That whole scenario of Christiana and Tara.
Sister, yes.
Right. You ever see when somebody got a mosquito on them and you try to smack the mosquito?
Yes.
I was like, that slap was like so fake. I was like, come on, like really?
Yeah. And she waited and waited. It's like they told her, you need to slap her now. Like, come on, you need to.
Yeah, and she just. I was like, okay, so all this was staged. Like maybe she slapped her before. They were like, hey, we didn't get it on tape.
Yeah, do it again. Yeah.
And you know what, Kia? You know what? I think she slapped her too hard because that sister looked like she was gonna drag her.
No, that slap came out really weak. It was that was honestly, Diali, that slap was weak. That's
do you imagine how they probably filmed it a couple of times? Oh, sorry, Diali.
I'm sorry. It was a weak slap, but I think it still was a little bit too hard because remember they practice it before. They go over and over the slap. And she must have said to her, listen, you, don't forget who's in charge here. I'm going to come back and I'm going to take native John from you, so be careful.
Shit. John spit when he talks, anything that works. I don't I don't know how he and Christiana are going to move past that. To me, something that's not right about John. I can't put my finger on it, but something is not right about.
He's a con man.
Well, as long as she, like I said, have a backup plan, because really the real reason why she stayed was because she said that she needed basically somewhere to live.
Right. I realized that.
So she was like, okay, let me just forget about my sister for now, and they're just going here and just bear it. So in the end, they're probably not going to work. She's going to end up using anyway because she's looking for any reason to use and go back to jail. So hey.
Yeah, she needs a place to stay, like basically, because she know if they get a divorce, what is she gonna do? But I believe in second chances, but then I just don't trust John.
So John, you know what I believe? I think he may have been running some sort of a scam where he was maybe claiming money for the mom, claiming something for the sister, claiming something for someone. I believe he was doing something where everybody who's living in the house, he's getting something for. I don't know if you guys do carer allowance over there where you can claim you're caring for someone or whatever. You can claim from the government, as if you're a carer for a person. You could be a carer for your mom, your sister, whatever. But if you take the time to actually care for this person on top of your job, there's certain things you can apply for.
Yeah, he probably all put them in the tribe. Remember he said his kids are tribal and their kids are tribal.
Yeah, and remember last time, you're right. I think even people get certain money paid if you're tribal. You get certain money when you're native, or you can claim if you can prove you're native by passport or whatever it is. I think you get certain. So I think he's definitely running something. The way the sister said, he bought 2 cars, fixed up the house, whatever house. Did he buy a new bath or a hot tub? I don't know what it was. He bought a lot of things, she said, for the house. So I think he's doing something dodgy, and that'll come out. Christina, on the other hand, she's very vulnerable. I think John is probably the worst combination for her. I think I know he's stable, but I think all the other dodgy stuff probably is things that she can't handle, because she says when she gets emotional, she turns to drugs. She doesn't know how to process certain things and deal with certain things like we would day to day. So I know she wants to latch onto him for that stability, but I think she's way too vulnerable and will turn back into drugs if she's not strong.
But only one thing I agree with Tara. When Tara told her that John is not a good person, like she will see later down the line, and then Tara told her, I'll tell you, I told you so. I think Tara was on point with the information she was telling about John, because John is not trustworthy. Like exactly what you said, Miss Nabia. And Tara also brought it to attention. The mom brought it to attention. Tara brought it to attention. So then it's up to her if she see. And then even John's daughter Sarah said she only give them 1 year, and then she don't think they'll be together anymore. So then we'll see how it plays out.
To a certain extent, but I think Tara also has something in it too. If he would have slept with her, she wanted to be Christiana. So I think like she said,
100%. Oh yeah, she would have been there using whatever money he's gathering. You know what I mean? Like 100%. She would have been there.
He's like this clean person, like, you know, like, oh, I don't have, you know, I'm not scared to do a little. I'm sorry, scared to do a little dirty work or crime. So I think Tara, now you're acting all high and mighty, like, oh, he's doing something funny, he's doing something, whatever. I think if it was her opportunity to get all the reap of the benefits, she was going to let Christina go on about her business. She was going to be in Christina's spot.
But who on the panel thinks Tara is telling the truth about she and John? For me, I think those people had sex. I don't think they didn't.
Yeah, I believe so too. I think so.
Yeah, they slept together.
She just didn't want to tell Christiana that she did it, so Christiana would have a place to stay and the mom would have a place to stay. But I honestly think that those two people had sex.
Could you imagine how nasty the house smelled afterwards?
You need to stop.
I'm like, you're trying to make me have nightmares. I don't want to think about that.
I know, right?
But you have to remember, everyone. Christiana has come out of jail. You know, she was eating those ramen noodles. She was packing on the pounds. So anything, if she'd have said, I slept with your husband, she'd have wrestled her to the ground in the playground, on the swings and everything. So she was so scared. She didn't want to say that because she's saving that for a later date. She wants payback. Christiana slept with her man. She's saving it.
Let's do Poppy and Amber and Sammy. But
I mean, that bottle, first of all, what type of liquor was that? Can we find out what liquor that was? Because that bottle didn't break for nothing.
But look, Poppy threw that bottle down like, okay. Like she threw it down like she was going to go back and pick it up.
I was like, you know what? I was having a bet with myself. I bet you any money she picks it back up. And she picked it back up. It was like 10 seconds. 10 seconds to go. And the way she tucked it in between her 2 feet as she was wallowing on the steps, it was like, I was like, really? Fix your life up. I'm glad Amber said, you know what, deuces, I'm not staying for this BS. You know what I mean? I've changed my life. I'm getting my shit together. I'm moving out. I'm glad she moved out because staying with Puppy is like just a little girl wallowing. She was so happy with the confinement of jail. She was only happy in that aspect of we're in a little, 4x4 or whatever you guys, is it 5x8? 5x8 cell, yeah? And this is our life. She was happy. I'm glad Amber called her out and told her, we've been chilling for 4 years. Like, what do you mean? I'm chilling and swimming and doing all of this when you're supposed to be working. Like, she got you the job to try and help you fix your life, and now you're doing this. I'm glad she left her there. Are you leaving me here? Yeah, you're damn right. I'm driving off and I'm going to work.
But I remember
another way. So I'm still not going to let Amber off the hook because even though she was getting her life right, you shouldn't use people. So I think that she should have never went into that public if you knew that.
For the address thing. Yeah.
So, when you have somebody that's at that state like Puppy, then Puppy was like coming out thinking that they was going to be in there, they ain't got to put the curtain up.
Chopping it up.
They were going to be licky. Yep. I'm sorry. I had to throw that in there.
What did you say?
Don't worry. Didi missed it. He can watch the replay.
Give for the stage. That's she always hitting on that topic. Give for the stage.
Oh yes.
Wait, I can't even finish my thought now. I'm sorry.
I'm loving how you missed that.
I missed that. I can't believe it. No,
she's because she's right there. I can see her right here. So it's like...
Yeah, listen, you got to do what you got to do. I'm not mad at her. She was sitting there with mom helping her out, and because Puppy wasn't there. So listen, you got to do what you got to do. These streets is hard.
Yeah, because look, if you can dress like Chevelle, you can make it anyway.
You can. Yeah. Chevelle's clothing.
So,
and then the dry wig. And then Quillin and his dusty self.
But I mean, did you look at the two of them? If you compared the two of them, she had a more manly frame than he did. Let's just point that out, women. She looked more manly than he did. He was tiny. He was tiny. I'm sorry, but
did you guys y'all guys didn't make out Quillin should? Nobody paid attention to Quillin should. The TV's the cartoon Flash. That's the shit he had on him.
Oh yes. No, actually, I noticed the Flash because it matched with the colorful stuff on her jumpsuit.
But what I'm saying, Quillin knew he was about to run out of there. That's why he put
Flash. Yeah.
On Chevelle's outfit, I was just like, okay.
No, the headband is what got me. The headband is what got me. I was like, oh, here we go.
But anyways, I just see that thing in Puppy and Amber. I'm glad Amber did what she did and just allow Puppy to try and maybe rehabilitate herself. Hopefully she'll rehabilitate herself.
She's going back in jail.
She's going back to jail. You know, she's weak. She's going back to jail. Yeah, she's going back to jail. Amber's a user. Amber just wants, her toes to be sucked. And she's polishing them with, midly red nail varnish.
Wait. Diali, a good thing you brought up, Diali. Who on here likes the fit, like to be sucked and stuff like that?
No,
because
not me. Listen, he better work harder doing something else. If he wants to suck that bad, he better do something else. But he ain't sucking my toes. No way.
Well, Sammy like to suck toes and
apparently Kia's awfully quiet. She might like it.
No.
Kia, you sure? You must be texting the guy telling him you gotta get your feet sucked.
Yes.
You still look the phone in your hands, Kia. Yeah. You look guilty, Kia. What were you texting? Were you telling him about to come and suck your feet tonight? No, we just want to make sure, Kia.
Don't be ashamed. Sammy's not bad. He's not bad. If you close your eyes and think of him as
no, he's bad. Don't tell that lie. He's bad.
Listen, you need to stop lying. Sammy's lifelines in his face are too big for me. The wrinkles, just here and where it was. Yeah, like it's just too much. He looks way too old. The life was rough.
It wasn't the wrinkles. It was the eyes. The eyes were just coming out.
Ladies, GSP said there were a lot of toes in place.
Yes, there are. Yes, there are. Tell Michael that. Because he was like a toe sucker too.
I know, right?
Anyway, guys, let's wrap up. Thank you for coming. You guys made my Sunday, honestly. You guys too funny, Anyways, starting from Ablabi, let's go. Shout out your channel.
So my last words are: this was a great season. I look forward to the next season. I can't wait to see Sean and his upgrade. And
actually, can I just say, John looked good. Actually, listen.
Okay, it's my time. You wait till your time to say. Don't do that. It's my time.
We'll get to you, Mr. B.
I'm sorry. Carry on.
So my name is Above M, and I review, and I'm gonna sing it to D Valley. I mean D Valley. D Alley.
Yeah, D Alley. Go ahead. Instagram, anything. Your last words.
I don't have an Instagram. I'd just like to say if there's any black girls with an oily weave out there, please do not put your face on camera, knowing that you're tonguing down Michael. Please, send Michael back to Sarah and her Swiss Army style clothes. Please, just send him back. Send him back. He needs to go back home.
Yeah, okay, Mr. Nabia, the floor is yours. Let's go.
No, I was gonna say, John, actually, I don't really go for white guys personally, but John looked all right. Like, he looked okay in that date thing, in that date. His face, he's not a bad looking guy at all. And I think he's a hard worker. But that woman, shut up, Ablavi. Don't even talk, because this is now my time.
You actually make Ablavi show.
You see how you want to now come on camera? Right there,
you make Ablavi show face by saying that.
Don't come on camera for me. Go back. Don't come on camera for me. Let me speak. Thank you. Anyway, so as I was saying, John looked all right in my opinion, but the girl, did you notice how the camera zoomed in on her hair? Her hair looked a mess. Those pieces, it looked like a bird's nest. Did you not realize how bad her hair looked?
Look,
but those are my last words. Obviously,
you got Ablavi watching your side eye now.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll deal with Ablavi later. Don't worry. But yeah, those were my last words. I've noticed you don't even have the names. Have you got the names up, or have they just disappeared because you?
Yeah, it's there. No, I just wanted to thank Michelle for the super chat.
Okay.
It's when I take it over, it'll come back. So Charlotte, your channel, you.
Yeah, you guys know my name anyway. We do the real crime stuff. So yeah, just follow me, like and subscribe, and thumbs up, please, because you are all in the chat, but nobody's pressing the thumbs up. Thumbs up. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. B. I appreciate that. And stop making Ablavi look at you side eye, please.
Nah, she can side eye all night.
You make Ablavi come on screen after you made that comment. You made Ablavi come on screen and watch you side eye.
John.
Yes, really. I said it. Yes, really.
Okay, let Kia go. We'll talk about this later.
Look. Yeah, go ahead, Kia. Look.
Oh, so you guys got me so Miss Nadia still got me jokes over here. Okay, all jokes aside. YouTube Kia Simone, like it is on the screen, and Instagram I'm author Kia Simone, and I am the author of From Pain to Love, which you can find on Amazon and Barnes and Noble.
All right, subscribe to our channel. Nice. People buy a book, Women of Power. Now, because that's a book. Because of Miss Nabia, I'm about to go off screen and say, after what she said, I couldn't believe Miss Nabia said that about John. But anyways,
are you serious right now? You know what? Honestly.
No, look, I started today.
John, like, he has his moments. Now,
yes.
Look, I stand with Ablavi today. I stand with Ablavi.
Let me tell you something. If you put Sean, Scott, who else have we got? Put them in a line with John.
Quillin, you have Quillin. You have Lamar, Quillin, Scott, John.
No, I'm not talking about the black guys. The white guys. White guys. Yeah, come on. John looks okay for somebody who's been in heroin for life. Like, he looks okay.
What about Sammy? Sammy sucks too.
Sammy looks rough. Sammy looks rough.
Listen, Miss Nabia, you do not have to explain why you like what you like.
Listen, whatever.
You got that right.
Please take over, thank you.
Anyways, guys, on 1, 2, 3, let's get out of here. 1, 2, 3. Bye.
Bye.